This can be slick and you can slide. We're only going to go out here a few feet. This area was burned or just cut out?
Yeah, we just cut it about 6 months ago. We cut it out in the last 2 weeks.
And you can see what's happened. They cut it out, and now you've stored really nice water flow. But in the last few weeks, this warm, wet weather, everything's popping up, so it's absolutely beautiful. This is what I mean when I say how quickly nature can take care of itself.
That's quite a flow.
All this rain lately has upped the flow rate some. And you can see these different emergent plants, the ones that are usually they're rooted in water, but they're coming up in the emergence. And once again, every one of those to root, if it rooted from a seed, the water had to be down. These don't have to root from seed though. They can put out these rhizomes, these horizontal stems, and have more plants come up that way. So they can really reproduce. Now, someone tell me, is that what we used to call a rabbit, elephant ear?
Yes.
Yeah, and that, I'm not sure because I've never seen it in wild, but that might be frog's bit right there.
Frogs who?
Frog's bit.
Bit.
I'm not sure. Should have like some silvery.
The arrow shaped or these?
With the big broad leaves that look kind of thick.
The arrowhead shaped leaves.
Yeah.
Heart shaped leaves.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Could be frog.
Don't seem like
Frog's bit.
silver in it.
It's supposed to have like a silvery efflorescence when it actually has flowers.
And
I'm not sure.
I don't. Is elephant ear native or is that strictly an exotic that was brought in as a for horticultural?
Caladium is a relative of.
But you can see it's everywhere through here. It really grows right
Right
through.
in my yard.
I do too, but I'm not sure that this is where they should be growing naturally. And if you look back through there's a lot of.
Here's a pickerel weed.
Yeah, pickerel is real common around here.
Well, it's pretty big. I didn't know the leaves got this big, but that's the same leaf. So that is a pickerel weed there.
Right here by the catwalk?
Yeah, it's just not blooming. But it's blooming over here and you can see the purple flower.
It's a different shape. Oh, there. Now some of them are more narrow like that. They're like unusual.
Unless you're, just well, not only just a botanist, but a Florida wetlands botanist.
But the purple spike flowers when they come up
Yeah.
really are. That's a dead giveaway.
It's real simple to tell apart then.
And what is this tree coming up right here?
Carolina willow?
Carolina willow or coastal willow, two names for the same thing. And that is something of a wetland plant. And even though it's native, it can, and I'm not going to use the right language that Linda says I'm supposed to use for this, it can become invasive. It's very aggressive.
It's aggressive.
It can grow and scatter and really almost form monocultures. But at the same time, an occasional deep drying fire can thin it out quite a bit and let other stuff come down. A couple of years ago, I was down at Corkscrew Swamp, and there was a section that was almost a monoculture, several acres of this. And it was this time of year, it was blooming, and the air was thick with the little pieces of flower breaking off and floating and everything. It was really something. Okay, y'all ready to go?
Here is one of those, that's a pickerel weed right here. With the purple on it, it's just not quite time for it to be really blooming. But there is, if you see this purple flower right here, that is a pickerel weed that's trying to bloom.
The little spike.
Isn't totally there yet. And what I'm seeing, standing here looking at this, is there are a large number of different small insects and dragonflies that are using this area. Some of there's Tradescantia, there's vetch, there's the pickerel weed, so they're using some of the different flowers for their purposes. at this point, but you could, it's just interesting when you have a chance, don't forget to take and look at the microhabitat and look at what's going on. You don't need a name for all of them. Just enjoy how they're interacting with their environment.
Apparently nothing happened for long.
You don't need a name for everything.
Well, I'm just a big believer that you don't have to have a name to enjoy it. Jerry wants a name for everything.
Well, human beings do name everything.
And I
That's why these things have 7,000 common
Yeah.
names, because different people gave them different names and it caught on.
And I do understand that need, but if you study them first and find out about them, then it's easier to figure out what they really are when you go look
But
them up.
realize our ancestors, whether we're talking about our ancestors 1 generation ago, 2 generations ago, or 10,000 years ago, mainly gave them names because they named the things that were key to their survival. They needed to be able to communicate that. And so they named those things that were key to their survival, whether they were key because of food or because it indicated something else. Medicine, food, art.
Is this
Leave it alone because it's really going to be bad for you.
deer tongue over here?
I don't know deer tongue. Not a botanist, like I said.
Jerry, look straight up.
Miss Linda, do you know if this is deer tongue?
You talking about the fern?
Oh, right over your.
Oh, right over my head. Oh,
Miss Linda,
oh, there's a wonderful, wonderful, huge
purple
bromeliad
on
up
the
there.
end.
David, you'll get a really nice shot of the flower from here. I don't know if you can get it from where
oh
you
look,
are.
it's purple there. Yeah, it's actually starting a small bloom there.
That purple? Look at that.
Nice.
It wasn't doing that on any other ones.
Went away
Out toward the tilt.
2 or 3 weeks.
See
Yeah.
the purple out toward the tilt?
You can see it on the one that's over here too. Several of the tips are purple and some of them are more open.
Linda, we've got to start getting back.